Cool, man.
Move on to Sleeper Spotlight.
Sleeper Spotlight.
We review sleepers.
Yes,
we
sir.
find these sleepers everywhere. I scour the internet, and I find drummers that y'all are sleeping on. And then we'll get Adam's opinions, impressions, and constructive criticism, if any. First up, Andrew Warren.
Andrew Warren. I recognize that name, I believe. Let's see here. First clip from Brother Andrew. Those are cool little hot rods with the mouths on the end. Extra dry thin on the top left, yes sir. Interesting. What is that little silver thing down in the bottom right? What is that little thing? Sounds cool.
Some little effects.
Yeah, it's like little effects.
Found
Joker.
object, little crasher thing.
Oh, he's got another one in the center of the kit too. Very, very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of those, it's hit or miss with those little gadgets, but that one sounded really, really cool. I like, I don't know, I liked the hot rod approach to it too. I thought that sounded pretty good. It's always weird. Hot rods are just interesting because they like soften the entire performance in a weird way. Like, how aggressive are you going to be with hot rods? But I thought that was cool, really cool. I'm also wondering, did he make the loop?
It's from somebody else.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I like the cymbal setup too. Which you could have heard him more, probably will in the next clip. But I like the cymbal setup too. We've got classic custom darks, which I've recorded some demos for those. Man, surprisingly cool sounding cymbals, like really, really cool sounding, especially for the price. And then it looks like an 18 or 19 extra dry thin crash up on the top left. That's my jam. I've been playing that crash in that position for a very long time. I thought this was awesome, man. Really, really cool. Well written, too. Everything sounded in the appropriate place. Like what ought to be played there is what he played. So yeah, that was really cool, man. Super, super clean. Let's get a little more happening here from Brother Andrew in this next clip. Hey, I recognize that loop. Tricky. That ride sounds good, man. Awesome. Sounded sick, man. Good mix, too. The kit feels really warm and balanced. What is the snare that he's playing? It's, I want to say like it's a Meinl, like Latin percussion type snare. A little.
Yeah, it looks like it. At least the
it?
head makes it look that way.
Yeah. Interesting. It sounds good. It's got a nice crack to it. He's got a little accessory on there. What is this thing in the center? I've seen this so much and I don't know what it is.
It's like a ribbon crasher, I think is the name of it.
Ribbon crasher. I don't know what the name of it is, but it looks dope. I've seen it in a ton of videos before.
Yeah, I think David R maybe did like one video where he made one.
I bet he did.
Yeah.
Man, that was awesome. Yeah, super, super clean. Love the track, by the way. Really, really cool sounding, man. Dude, awesome playing. Super, super clean. I think, well, it just depends on like who Andrew is as a drummer, right, and what he wants to say. I love hearing the more exploratory playing where it's sort of like venture out a little bit and see what can be done over the track. But if we're talking in the domain of like what is tasteful and appropriate, that's exactly what this was, right? It was very clean, very well put together for sure. Clean fills, clean mix, clean all around, man. I thought it sounded great. Also love that ride cymbal, man. That thing records beautifully especially for the price, man. They're such cool cymbals. Yeah, that was awesome from Andrew. Thanks, brother. Really, really cool. Check him out. Follow him.
Cool. Thank you, Andrew Warren _drums. Moving on to Daniel Vega.
Daniel Vega. First clip from Daniel. What you got, brother? Man, Playing interesting clip. Playing very high and powerful. I feel like he's doing that on purpose, right? That it's not just practicing the exercise, it's also practicing the stick height, the velocity, the dynamic level, things like that, which is really cool. It's a smart way to do that. You can actively increase your power by thinking about practice that way, that it's not just the exercise or the speed of the exercise. Sometimes it is like, what are you intending for this to sound like? So, I don't know, we watched that one more time, but it sure seemed like he's intentionally putting a lot of stick height in there, which is a great thing to do. Yeah, right? He's like laying in on purpose. Yeah. It sure seems like that, right? Where he's really digging in on purpose. I like that a lot, man. It's a great way to practice for sure. You could have that same exercise at a quarter of the volume and you're working on something totally different at that point. Well, probably speed is what you do. You'd speed it up a little bit. But that was cool, man. Really, really cool. Cool to see somebody working on something that, I don't want to say abstract, but less common that you would see a clip like that. Let's go to the next one from Daniel.
Oh, side note, first, before you play that.
Okay.
The first one was the first video on his Instagram.
Okay.
This second one is the most recent video on his Instagram.
Okay.
2 days ago.
Oh, you're doing like a progress update type deal?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. That makes this interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So get ready for this.
Let's check it out. Cool. I like that track a lot too. It sounded really, really cool. Do we know how long has passed between the first clip and the second one?
I think like 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's cool. I always love when people do that that level of like vulnerability, right? They show themselves, I don't want to say sucking, but kind of, compared to the version of you 2 years from now, right? Like you always sucked 2 years ago, right? But I really like when people do that sort of vulnerability. I think it works in your favor. People like watching that. They like going back and seeing where you came from and where you ended up. I like this track a lot too. I like those hits. Really cool, really musical. I love the sound of the cymbals. I will say the overheads in this mix felt very hot. It was like very, very cymbally. So I would say maybe in the mix, just slightly bring down those overhead mics. It felt very cymbal dominant. But with that said, what I could hear with the toms did sound really, really good for sure, man. Dude, this was super, super clean playing. And I'm also quite partial to the blacked out studio vibe. I really like that. I think that's, it's cool. It makes your setup more like ambiguous in a weird way. I don't know where he is. So if for some reason he was in like a dingy basement, you fooled me. Like, I don't know. I like that look, that aesthetic. So man, that was really cool. 2 clean players, man. Absolutely. How many followers does Daniel have?
Less than 10,000 for sure. Actually, I think like less than 1,000.
Man. Well, hey man.
So go follow Daniel.
That was awesome. Go follow him. 2 good sleepers, brother. Thank you for watching this clip from the Orlando Drummer Podcast. And while I have you for the next 20 seconds, I'd like to formally invite you to come check out orlandodrummer.com. It is my online drum school, very much in the style of Netflix. And there you'll find over 160 hours of content waiting for you. That's like over 50 drum DVDs. Trust me, you will find something you like, and it would be my honor to help make you a better drummer. Free 7-day trial at the link in the description. I will see you guys there.